and forth. I was like a fucking yo-yo, man.
Yeah.
I was very unsettled.
You were unsettled when I met you.
Very.
It was so funny because I remember I was talking to some guys the other night in the green room about when I met you. I was like, I had come to L.A. and I was just so not used to actors. I was so not used to those kind of people. But I was so used to, like, comics and degenerate pool hall people. And then I met you, and I was like, oh, I know you.
This is a
like,
combination.
I knew you. I knew you right away. You and I became friends
Quickly.
like that.
Quickly.
Like that. I remember, like, there's so many people that got weirded out by you. It was so funny when I bring you around, like, news radio.
With the leather jacket.
Joey would go with. Joey was built like a football player back then, and you would go into the green room where all the executives, and you were eating all the shrimp cocktail, and they were scared to say anything because like that room was separated from everybody else's green room, so they had their own thing where they go in there and everything was catered and beautiful and champagne and you just strolled in there and started eating shrimp cocktail. They're like, who's this criminal-looking fellow who's eating our shrimp cocktail?
Well, they had the table with the regular food, and I remember they had chili. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that. They had the best chili in the world. I was broke, I was hungry, and I must have ate 10 bowls of it. And then I looked over, and there's all these little white dudes with, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, what the fuck? And they had the jumbo shrimp and the thing. So I walked right in there, right past them. They're like, huh. And I just started mingling with them. Great show. Great script. Tremendous actor, Andy Dick. And that was it. And then they came to you, and you were dying to laugh. And you're like, Joe, you can't. They just boom. And then the time with the Man Show.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, we had some times with that one.
I think the first, 8 years, you were like, I don't know if I can handle this guy.
What are you talking about? I did my best.
Do you remember at Stand Up New York with Sussman when I went off on the owner?
You
remember that?
Oh, yeah.
During August, for Fear Factor, and we went in there, and he's like, you're not going to get a spot tonight. I go, I didn't ask for a fucking spot, you asshole. He just looked at me, and Sussman was like, what the fuck, Joey? I didn't like that dude, so. But no, at the beginning, I know that you were, shaking your head like, this guy's not.
Yeah, but it made me comfortable. I love being around you because I know people like you. I understand you. Like, I didn't understand actors. It'd make me so uncomfortable because I never knew who they really were. I never knew what they really thought. They were never, present with you. Not all of them, but it was just there was enough of them out there that were trying to make it in Hollywood, and they were putting on a show for everybody, everywhere they went. So you never really knew who they were. With you, I was like, right away, I was like, oh, I know guys like you. Right away.
It was rough those couple years because I would go to meetings and stuff, and people would go, I don't know.
Yeah, you were rough. You were rough.
Rough. Dude. I was like, I don't know. And then I remember I went to HBO. Somebody got me a meeting at HBO, in 98. And I had no success at all. I wasn't having any success at all, except for the Comedy Store. And I went to that meeting. And something, I went with, actors and agents, and you know how proper they are.
Yeah.
This is an idea about the future of this show, right. And I could just take it for so long, and I just went. And I talked about growing up in a funeral parlor, picking up bodies, going to fucking JFK and bringing the bodies back and slinging them in the mouth. The guy's body, the mouth would open on the body because my friend had a funeral parlor. And they were like, hold on one second, this is stunning. And I just started going off on them, and they're like, we want to hear more. Put these together in notes for me. And I was like, okay. And then after the new year, I gave them the notes, and I was on fire. I didn't tell anybody.